Yeah, I get right to the racks. Then I make that shit back. Run up on me, get shot in the back.
It's Jerry TV, the beautiful video show, man. Regular. Say what you got. Woo-hoo! Inside the Compton Varrio Tres, the first Sureno set ever.
Oh, wow. What year? Let's take a guess. What year did you think that they went into effect?
1926.
Wow. Wow, that's during the Great Depression.
Maybe. You never know. It's Jerry TV.
I was saying 56.
We have, speaking of the Great Depression, we actually make people less depressed when you buy some Jerry TV merch.
Word up. We got the biologist shirt.
JerryTV.com. Jerry TV shirt.
Representing California. Super dope gear. That's how we roll.
Yes, sir. Go check it out.
JerryTV.com. We got hats, too. Go check out the Jerry TV hats.
We have everything, bro. JerryTV.com. JerryTV.com. Go check out the website.
Yeah, if it's your first time tuning into this beautiful channel, this is a channel where we celebrate hip-hop culture. And now we're celebrating different barrios throughout the country.
It's Jerry TV.
You know what I'm saying? So subscribe to the channel. Follow him. Instagram, Jerry TV, on Pops Reacts, go to Discord below. Subscribe, request, and then we react. Super personal channel.
That's how we do it. Number 2.
Send me $5 to him, bro.
Okay, Trooper tapped in the Walmart, baby. We outside. East side of Compton, the south region, but the east side of Compton is Compton, strictly Compton.
Straight out of Compton. I always thought Compton was all black, being from New York.
I love Compton, bro. I feel like their swag is different. Like it's like I like the Compton.
That's where P-Face from, right?
Yeah, and also the Linwood. Well, they're not from Compton, but around there, right? Yeah. And also Tortilla Flats out of the
Compton, the south region, but the east side of Compton is we're Compton, strictly Compton. You know, I love this. You know, like, this me, I love it. I'm forever from CB3. This forever gonna be my home, you know? So, like, I chose this on my home, you know? Where I'm from, everyone gets put on. Everyone, you get jumped in. No, you know, like, we don't care who your family is. We don't do no walk-ons over here, you know? Like different cliques and stuff. We're from the BGS, the baby gangsters, baby gunners, you know? If you're from the hood, you know what's up.
But what if I'm a square, right? And I work and my son's a square. Can he live in a hood and just be outside, or do squares stay inside?
No, he's saying everybody gets put on, like you have to get jumped in.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're a square, can you go outside and play?
No, you should stay home and play your little PlayStation and be a Game Boy.
Okay.
Stuff. We're from the BGS, the baby gangsters, baby gunners, you know? But if you're from the hood, you know what's up with the CB3s. Be for everybody. That was
we be for everybody.
For everybody on that side of the boulevard, you know? But like the whole hood as a whole now, bro, respect it for sure. Of course, this gangbang stuff is gonna make your life hard, you know? Like, I'm the only youngster. I'm the only youngster from Compton Varrio Tres, you know? Like, I'm the only youngster. From Compton Varrio Tres, you know? Like, it's a no P zone, no P's at all, you know? No disrespect to, you know, specific people who press P's that we do not beef with, you know? But yeah, nah, it's PK over here.
So he beef with P-Face's head because P-Face's name is P-Face.
Oh,
for sure.
So for P-Face, the P represents his hood.
Yeah, I think so. Because he got they call me B with the big P on his face.
Me, like, and when I say me, I speak, you know, for like me. Like, I grew up with bald heads and blue rags, so growing up, that's what I aspired to be, you know. Like I said before, my mom told me just put your heart into it. So, do it, gang. For me, this is what my heart's into. I'm gonna die for this and be proud of it. I lost too many people for this to not take it to the heart, you know?
It is what it is, but if you believe, you can achieve.
Yeah. On the gang, yeah. On the
Valley Club.
Alright, babe, you already know who the it is, aka it is I, the biggest cactus of all time, and as the you can see, I am back in ground zero for gangster rap music and all the culture it has come with, aka a little city known as Compton, California. Now, if y'all loyal viewers and subscribers like I think y'all are, then surely y'all remember and recall the last tour I did here with P-Face Baby Nim. It was epic. Today we are back with my guy T-Boy in the legendary territory of CV3, or Compton Varrio Tres, if you will. And this ain't just no regular schmegular run-of-the-mill ass section either. No, instead, according to our guy T-Boy, this is the original Mexican hood in Compton, spanning all the way back to the Zoot Suit riot days in the 1940s, which we'll get into a bit later, so stay tuned. Being as though they were formed and came together in the 40s/50s, okay, this hood has been through and seen it all. And once again, if you recall the tour with P-Face, baby, in the intro I listed all the legends who have come from Compton in terms of music and culture. So today I'm not going to go back over them. But in sticking to and staying true to the theme of the last piece, the Hispanic homies are coming forth left and right and claiming their slice of the glory that is the story of Compton, California. Let's fucking go. So with that being said, come with I, the biggest cactus of all time, as we take a little trip to CV3, the first and most hated Sureno hood in Compton, California.
Wow.
Alright, babe, it is I, the biggest cactus of all time. I've just touched back down to Compton, California. This time, I'm with my guy.
T-Boy Blue, man, PK Trooper tapped in. The Walmart babies, we outside. On Big Gang, we outside.
The official Walmart baby.
The official Walmart baby.
He got baptized in blood.
Baptized here at the Walmart. Okay, so T-Boy, where we at exactly?
We're in the east side of Compton, the south region, but the east side of Compton, exactly located on Long Beach Boulevard and Golden Avenue. It's like the end of Compton, beginning of Linwood, but it's Compton though. Like, it's,
Man, what?
It's
Oh, they parallel to each other.
Borderline, yeah. Like towards the Chico's Pizza, that's already like Linwood and stuff. But like everything before though, that's a city. That's us. That's a city, you know?
Hell yeah.
Hell
so,
yeah.
So for people at home, T-Boy, is Compton like closer to LA, and then Linwood is more like Harbor area, or how does that work?
Honestly, like Compton, we're our own thing, you know. Like people from LA, people, you know, different people say different things, but no, we're Compton. Compton, strictly Compton, you know. Linwood, yeah, well, like the South region, like well, South Siders, but no, but it's Compton, specifically Compton, you know.
So how does that work, being a South Sider on the east side of Compton?
Well, it's like well, all South Siders in the east side of Compton, you know. So it's like basically like when you go to jail. When I went to the county the first time, I wasn't really up to game on that, but no, you know. But like people let me know though, no, it's we all press the same card, but we all beef with each other, you know.
You were born and raised in this area, T-Boy?
My whole life, my mom from Tres and my dad's from Tres, you know. They're from like different cliques, they're from like older cliques and stuff, but yeah, but my grandma, my grandpa, they're all from CV3.
What?
Grandma, grandpa too.
Yeah,
Generation.
grandma, grandpa.
Literally third generation.
They're, you know, brothers, sisters, aunties, everybody, you know. That's
Yeah, some people are just literally like, they're made to be in the gang, like it's in their DNA.
They're just born.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Could you imagine your grandmother gangbanger?
Like pictures of her like this.
Yeah, and then your mom is like, yo, if you love it, make sure you put your heart into it. Street shit.
yeah,
Whole family.
Yeah, whole family.
So what was that like childhood-wise then, in that case? You know what I'm saying? Kind of growing up with a whole family, not new to this whatsoever.
Yeah, nah, it was like my family, they did their best to, you know, prevent me from coming into this lifestyle, but you know, like I'm not gonna lie to you, I love this, you know, like it's me, I love it. I'm forever from CV3, this forever gonna be my home, you know. So like I chose this on my home, you know. Like it's the gang, tap in, the Walmart babies, like we said, tap in, you know.
It's a Walmart baby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're right next to the Tom's Junior Burger, good little burger spot right here for out here.
The best burger spot, actually, the best burger spot. Like me, like if I'm just hungry, like I'm just chilling, like smoke some weed or something, and like, I'm faded, I'll go right here to Tom's Junior. Or like I like Chinese food, so I'll go to Euclid, Long Beach Boulevard, get some Chinese food. I remember walking into Walmart, stealing, getting chips, and, you know, like it's deep, you know, it's deep. Yeah, it's deep.
Okay. So childhood out here, you said his whole family was into politics and whatnot.
Yeah.
Was it kind of treacherous when you were a kid coming up out here in Compton? Like, was it kind of more on the dangerous side or more safe? Because
well, I mean, like, yeah.
You gotta move.
Well, yeah, like, well, as a kid, you're like oblivious to that type of stuff. You know, you're like, you don't really know, but like, as you start hitting, like, well, me personally, when I hit like 12, 13 and stuff like that, that's when people were like, oh, like, your family from CV3? Like, oh yeah, you too then, you know. But yeah, so that's really how it was and
So CV3, how long has that kind of been a thing to your knowledge?
Since the 40s. We're like, yeah, we're the oldest hood in Compton, the first Southside hood in Compton, the first hood in Compton, you know, like,
Period.
Period, point blank. Check no argument, you know. Like my hood, like Compton Varrio Tres, we've been around since like the Zoot Suit riot days.
All right, babe, these Zoot Suit riots my guy T-Boy is referring to, in short summary, were just a series of riots and brawls that took place between conservative white servicemen and young Hispanic Americans. The servicemen and other conservatives thought that the Zoot Suit wearers were being unpatriotic by wearing suits containing so much cotton during wartime. And cotton was being rationed and becoming more and more scarce.
In June of 1943, the city of Los Angeles experienced one of the most significant episodes of racial violence in the 20th century, known as the Zoot Suit riots. Even the way Mexican Americans dressed angered the city's more conservative population.
Crazy, right?
And so those Zoot Suit wearing Mexican Americans, known as Pachucos, were seen as unpatriotic.
But look it up for yourself. For now, back to the tour.
We're old like the hoods, like White Fence and, you know, like Boyle Heights and like those type of hoods, you know, we're old like that, you know. Who's that? That's PK? that look like PK. Yeah, you know, but my whole life, man.
So the original South Side.
The original South
Compton.
Side, Compton Varrio Tres, 133rd Street, 3 block, 3rd block, you know? Like, this is like our clique. This is the BGs. Well, like, it's all the same hood, but it's the BGs. Like, my older homies, like my mom and my dad in their generation started the hood over there, like, on 133rd. That's, like, the cut downs and the tinies and stuff, you know? But nah, it's babies, you know?
T-Boy, being as though your family was kind of all the way entrenched in the politics since you were born type, like, did you even need to get put on?
Hola, ¿cómo estás? It's like, where I'm from, everyone gets put on. Everyone, you get jumped in. No, you know, like, we don't care who your family is. We don't do no walk-ons over here, you know, like, no walk-ons, you know. We all 3 gang, you know. Nothing makes you more special than what makes me. For me, my family got beat up for this. The homie in the cut, his family got beat up for this, you know, so I'm gonna get beat up for this, you know.
Period.
Yeah, period.
You want to take a stroll down the block? I
Yeah,
know it's kind of memory lane for you, right? It's one of the
man.
main blocks you came up on and shit.
Man, like, everybody you see on the wall, like, this really, like my cousins, like I said, like, the Threats were very family oriented, you know. Stilo, Lucky, T-Boy, Little Brr, you know, BGS, that's a clique. Like, you know how, like, we're Christian Bloods, y'all got blocks? Well, Mexicans, like, we got cliques, you know, like, different cliques and stuff. But we from the BGS, the Baby Gangsters, Baby Gunners, you know? Yeah, BGS.
So inside the official CB3 is multiple cliques and whatnot.
Yeah, like, the gang as a whole, we consist of...
I was thinking, like, this is
5
kind of too much to talk about, but to be honest, it's all public record. They know already, right?
Yeah, but I'm sure the elders are not happy when they see this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pause this real quick.
All right.
Motherfucker keep calling me like, you gotta wait. I just want to lower the volume. I'll call them on the way home.
active cliques, you know, as far as members and stuff like that. We got the BGs, the Tinies, the Cut Downs, the Pee-wees, and the Dead Ends. And the Dead Ends, that's like by like Norwalk and Whittier. That's another chapter over there in the southeast, you know, La Mirada side, but it's still CB3, you know?
Being the biggest out here, with that, does that cause a lot of hate, a lot of friction?
Oh, yeah,
or do you guys get more so respect?
believe
Nah,
that.
well, both, it evens out for sure, you know, but yeah, like I said, we don't be for no Crips, we be for all Pyrus. We you know, like, if you're from the hood, you know what's up with the CB3s. Low key, the real only allies we got is the Tannins. Besides that, we be for everybody up that way towards the boulevard. We be for everybody on that side of the boulevard, you know, but like the whole hood as a whole now, we'll respect it for sure.
A lot of people think Compton, they think Bloods, you know, just because the famous rappers,
Yeah.
Game, YG, all that who have come up out of here.
Yeah.
Would you say Compton is kind of comprised mostly of Bloods, or no? Is that
Well,
just kind
nah,
of the public
well, I
perception?
mean, like, in all honesty, like, from my knowledge, like, there's Crips in the city. There's always been Compton Crips in the cities, you know? Shout out to my two of them, you know? But, like, mainly, to keep it real, it's really just like a Blood SA city. Like, there's Compton, you know? I mean, there's Compton Crips in the mix, but, like, growing up, I only seen Pyrus and Mexicans, you know? Like,
Right.
got the three right here, you know? Yeah.
You guys see the three everywhere.
Yeah.
You guys let it be
Yeah,
known.
everybody look, yeah.
Being the most hated, kind of, what are some of the struggles with that? Has that made, like,
Yeah.
certain like walking around, like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
you know, going to certain stores, has that made kind of you a target, you know, in your young life? You're only 20 years old.
Yeah, nah, well, like, I've been from here my whole life, so it's like, if you look at it from, like, the outside point of view, you'll probably be like, oh, man, that kid got a hard life and stuff, but nah, yeah, like, I done had situations, you know, where, like, I done been at the park when I was, like, 8 years old, and people come up to me, like, hey, like, where you from? Or, like, your family from CB3? And, like, yeah, I mean, they beat me up. Ever since that day specifically, I'm like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do, you know, but, yeah, of course, this gangbang stuff is gonna make your life hard, you know, like, you feel me? Of course, it's gonna make your life hard, but like I said before, I love this, you know, like, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my hood, you know, like, my grandmas, aunties, uncles, all of them from Compton Varrio Tres, you know, so, like, this is what I love, you know, like, this is all I know, like, this is all I know, this is all I'm gonna know, you know?
Welcome to the next other CB3.
I mean, we used to kick everything, apartments like 15 deep, and then the last apartments I showed you guys last time on Pine, or the ones, you know, we used to have homies like right there 10 deep, then, you know, just all scattered out and stuff. I'm the only youngster from Compton Varrio Tres, you know, like, I say that with pride. It's just a small circle, you know. I'm the only little homie. You walk by, you gonna catch it right here on 3
Yeah, but he's 20. How is he the only little homie at 20? I feel like the little homies be like 14, 15. Damn.
They ain't down yet.
Okay.
She's saying that he's down.
Down ass, that's it.
I think you said in your last piece as well. You're like, you know, we've done a lot of expanding and whatnot. Like, so have you guys kind of expanded the CV3 territory over the you know, since the 40s, or kind of has always been a set section?
No, well, like I said, like the Tinies and the Cut Downs and like the Vampires and stuff, they started the hood over there off of 133rd Street, and then my clique, which is the BG, started pressing over here, started coming toward Long Beach Boulevard. But the hood expands from Long Beach and Rosecrans, Santa Fe and Rosecrans, Pine and Santa Fe, Pine and Long Beach Boulevard, Stockton and Long Beach Boulevard, and all the little back streets in between. You know, that's like for like a Mexican hood. That's kind of like a big hood. You know, we got turf. You know, and then like we got homies that live in this side of the hood, on that side of the hood, and that side of the hood. You know, like CV3 live here. Like if you know what's up, you know what's up. You know.
So when it comes down to expanding and stuff like that, like how does one go about expanding? You guys just, you know, okay, this is the block we're on now, and that's that.
More or less,
you know?
yeah, kind of more or less, but like, yeah, you can say that, cause you know, we done took over hoods, like specific turfs on that side. We done took over.
I be thinking like, I don't know if I want to talk about this on our hood vlog. This is kind of like a lot.
It's kind of pushing it.
It's pushing the line of like where we're at, where we're standing, where we're grounded, and it is public information. Like the cops know, they're not stupid, right?
Well, he did that earlier. He was like, "We're standing on on the other hood blog."
Yeah.
The Duno. Go check out our Duno blog.
Sucker free.
Yeah. He was saying, we're on the corner of. I don't know. It's just the information they want to share. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Specific hoods or turf on that side, like Bullets Road, even that's some of the hood, you know. So like, yeah, we like expanded and took over, you know.
It's a hip poppy.
Yeah. Poppy, sure.
Explain
We'll do this one and then walk like that.
T-Boy, now we're on Poppy, you said?
Yeah, Poppy Street.
Okay, not showing his face.
Poppy, you know. T-gang. It's a no P zone, no P's at all, you know. No disrespect to, you know, specific people who press P's that we do not beef with, you know. But yeah, nah, it's PK over here all day.
All day, every day. I was gonna say, now people in the comments, T-Boy, they're always quick to say, you know, gangbangers, they're so stupid, you know, they're always fighting over houses and territory they don't own and stuff. So how do you address people like that, like for people who don't understand?
Well, like I said, you know, like if you're raised around suitcases and, you know, like briefcases and all that, you know, like suits, and that's what you're gonna aspire to be, you know. If you're raised around lawyers and doctors, that's what you're gonna want to be, you know. Like you adapt to your environment. Me, like, and when I say me, I speak, you know, for like me, like I grew up with bald heads and blue rags, so growing up, that's what I aspired to be, you know. Like I said before, my mom told me just put your heart into it, so we gang, you feel me? This is what my heart's into, you know.
Your generations who came up before you and whatnot, kind of from their knowledge or their standpoint, what is the incentive to kind of form a structured situation? Was it for protection, to protect their young?
It was like
against
man, shout out to the ones, man. Long live Big Berry, feel me? Free Drips, free Slow, free Husky, you know. Like those, like when y'all say those are my big homies, you know, like they pay the way. I feel like they did it more because like we're the first hood in Compton, we're the first Mexican hood in Compton, you know. Like behind that, that's a trophy, you know. And like, but like there's always saying, for me, trophies get put on the shelf. So I feel like they did it more just to represent what we started for, you know.
Okay. And I seen you in your last piece. You were at I think I went to the same hood store with the mission cuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah. Nah, that's
I don't want to, you know.
That's the
situation,
hood.
But is that very close to you guys?
Nah, yeah, that's the hood. Okay. That's the hood. You know, whatever people say, no, that's not what it is. That's the gang. You know. But nah, that vlog, you know, your visuals dope as shit. Tap in with my boy, Dope Valley Records. You know, but nah, that's the hood. Like I said,
watching what he's saying.
Santa Fe, all that's the
That is true.
He's just not running his mouth. He watch what he said.
Yeah.
You know, like the mission cuts, like that store they sell soup, Mexican soup in that store and all that. I know I grew up right there my whole life, you know, 1250 East Pine Street, you know, like that's the gang right there. The alley's going up that way, that's the hood. The alley's going up that way, that's the hood, you know.
I feel it. Also, for people in the comments, T-Boy, like, is there ever going to be a prospect of like peace or a unified Compton? You know what I'm saying? Like from your perspective?
From my perspective, honestly, yeah, maybe one day, you know, yeah, maybe one day. But as of right now, no, not. I'm gonna die for this shit and be proud of it. I lost too many people for this to not take it to the heart, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
But that's on my end. I speak on my behalf, you know. I speak on my behalf.
Yeah, I was thinking that, like, not everybody thinks like that in the gang. Not everybody's trying to die. And go to jail,
and maybe he'll outgrow it one day, but right now he all in.
All right, gang. We lost two. Lost.
Off top, everyone has their own opinion and is entitled to speak on what they feel.
Yeah, right. That's it.
Not everybody's gonna die for the gang. He's like, including me.
Yeah, let me clear it up.
Lost two. Lost.
Off top, everyone has their own opinion and is entitled to speak on what they feel.
Yeah, right. That's it.
It was like, not me.
100%. Okay, hell yeah. Just real quick, kind of being from like a legendary staple in California, you know, Compton. You know, this is the ground zero for gangbanging and gangbang music. You know, G-funk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In general and whatnot, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let's talk music and culture. Kind of what's that like? You know, being from the same stomping grounds as legends like
Honestly,
Eazy-E
like,
and, you know, Dre and whatnot.
It's a privilege, man. It really is. You know, like. Especially because, like, when you think of the city, you don't really think of, like, Mexican rappers, you know? You don't really think, you know, like, you mainly think of, like, Ice Cube or like, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, YG, and, like, those type, you know? But, like, it's a privilege. I take it, you know? Like, I'm one of the few, you know? Like, there's a lot of talent, you know? Like,
people
like,
of all races are from Compton.
we put it on for the city.
You know, like, especially if you grew up in, or they even went to the same
It's like
school.
he wanted to be in the video, but he don't, right? He's like...
Yeah. He's like the Puerto Rican dude that grew up with Mexicans, so he's like, I kind of trust him, but I don't know.
But not so it's like kind of a little inspiring. Like, oh, they
That's
made
crazy.
it out. Like, wasn't in the same school they was here?
Yeah.
So much talent has come from Compton.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
actors, comedians,
Everything.
yeah, rappers off top.
Puerto
yeah, like
Rican,
businessmen, stuff
Fighters,
like that.
business owners.
Fighters too, right?
Hey, look, the Lexus is in the way, but you see the CB30 right there? Yeah.
This is a legendary ass city, you know what I'm saying?
Legendary
like,
ass
who is some of
hood,
your favorite rappers
yeah.
that have come out of here? Like, if you had to choose a couple, you know?
Personally, like me, like I'm a 2000 baby, so like when I really started listening to rap and all that shit, like I say Compton AB, AD, you know, like who else, like what's his
He
name?
is from here, huh?
Yeah, what's his name from? Look, that's
Go to the other side of Carver Park. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Like more towards the west.
Oh, okay. That's a whole different side, huh?
Yeah, but it's still Compton though. But yeah.
to the city, you know. But honestly, like my favorite rapper from the city would probably be the Game.
The Game, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah, the Game.
Ah, that hurt.
City of
Who's your favorite
Compton.
rapper from the city?
And none of them. What the f? I don't have a favorite rapper. I listen to music. That's it.
That's that?
It's music. Just, some records go harder than others. Some are smooth. Music's music.
Right.
You can reach people and you can feel them. You know. So give a f. You mean what the f? I look like
That's
picking
his
another
opinion.
man.
That's not my opinion. That's not my opinion. That's it.
I mean, respect goes a long way, but I'm not f- your, your craft and what you do. That's it. No, I felt that record, but like, nah. Oh, you're my favorite.
Nah.
Nigga, I just meant like as music, I would listen to growing up.
That was the question.
Consistently, yeah, consistently.
But you said Game?
Imagine this on Squabble.
I was an OG in the hood before I turned 22.
I feel
Game.
I feel it. Are they with, is he with us?
Yeah, he's with us. Yeah, he got it.
Making sure. Is he
What
with
about
us?
you, man? We're like, you with rap, you with rock, you country, you with everything?
Everything.
What's your favorite type of genre, though, specifically?
Rap, of course. So, real quick, before we part ways and whatnot, like, what were some things you would change about Compton to make it better for the next generations and whatnot? You know, a better place. If money were no option, you can do anything to, you know what I'm saying, make it how you see fit. What are some things you would do for the future generations, for your kids?
And honestly, like, open more schools, do like what's his name?
Motherfucker, does it mean they're gonna learn how to read books?
Yeah, like,
No.
yeah, man, look.
Out here.
Look.
If you
like,
got a social, that little blue slip or whatever, and once you hit 18, little homie, you apply at McDonald's and Walmart in the hood, and then we get started.
No,
then you get
look though.
Get a job.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Then you give me half the check.
Get a job.
No, mira.
Smooth like that. He's smooth. Get me half.
No, but like Nipsey Hussle, what Nipsey Hussle was doing for his community on the hood. Like when I get to that point, when I do start getting like millions and stuff, yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing for my community. You know, for the east side of Compton, because you know, like they say, it takes a village to raise a kid, and you know this is who raised me. This is the land.
There you go. Future for T-Boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does T-Boy want out of the future? Do you want to be like maybe a Hollywood actor one day, a musician yourself,
probably
just entrepreneur in general?
Yeah, probably open my own business, start, you know, like selling clothes and selling, you know, music, man, music. Everybody's making music, so you know, my boy makes music. LBK tap in.
Don't he lie? I'm palm tree chillin', tryna get it right. Blunts in the air, got me feeling high. Candy cane dripping, dipping when I glide. Burn out on my lab, cause it's summertime.
Man, any last pieces of advice? Any free anybody?
Okay,
Shout
Chris.
outs you guys got?
Yeah, well,
Shout out to Chris.
You know, the gang. Free all the homies, free Slow, free Drips, free Dude, free Husky, free Bandit, free Bugsy, free the Hungry G, baby, you know, like, free all the members, free all the win ones, you know, lonely Big Oso, lonely Soldier Boy, lonely Chino, lonely
Free all the older homies too,
free all
like
the
older cats,
yeah,
big, like
yeah, on the gang.
older generations that's already watched up before we was even producing on this.
Yo, he's funny as hell. We're gonna interview you, Chris.
They already watched
Funny.
it.
earth.
Yep.
But yeah, we have lifers that was there way before. So it's
Way before.
like
Founding fathers.
Yeah.
So
The OGs, the
big
Washington.
homies.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I know in your last piece you said you spent some time in prison, right?
Yeah.
Okay. For people at home and shit like that, is that crazy treacherous out here in California? You know what I'm saying?
Honestly,
just because this is ground zero for gangbanging and whatnot. Like,
honestly, like as a gang member, like personally, I realized that like that's what you make your name at, you know. And like I said before, this is what I'm doing in my life, so just gotta be prepared to go over there, you know, hit that place, walk that yard with them people. But it was cool for me, you know, just common sense, you know, like. You know, yes, please, no, thank you. You know, excuse me. All those little things will get you a long way for.
Right.
Yeah.
It's called manners.
Manners, yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Manners.
Yeah.
Go a long way in there.
Yeah.
Sure.
What would you advise to the youth to kind of avoid having to go down?
Stay out of jail. Just go about things the right way. For me, don't like.
No, if you ain't worth nothing, stay your ass in jail. If you can't get it together or whatever, like you end up in jail, you fuck around, do dumb shit. It's the same shit.
Oh.
It is what it is. Sometimes you even end up in jail. It's like,
man, you hear me? People don't, man, it's crazy.
it is what it is, but if you believe, you can achieve.
Yeah.
Believe you can achieve.
On the gang, yeah. On the
Fucking with it. All right, CV3, T-Boy, and the homie. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, jump in. The Walmart babies.
Yes, sir. It's JTV. Shout out to bro. We out here.
Tune in, we out here.
And I know how it gets, so I gotta stay low and I move my knot. I don't trust no nigga, I don't trust no man, ain't no friends, everybody get shot. You never know how nigga gon' throw, I'm hitting the flow with a couple of shots. You better move